Yeah, hello everyone. So today's video I'll go through with the most frequently asked Python coding questions in the interview. There are plenty of questions which is repeatedly get asked in the interview. So we'll go through with all the different set of logic which is being used throughout different set of questions. So I believe by doing all this set of questions and we are practicing or we are done with all this logic or the questions, you'll be able to solve almost 90 to 95% Python related coding questions in any data engineer interview. As in the data engineer interview, Python they will look as a basic level, but yeah, by doing this, you'll have a good command in the coding questions or coding round of a Python basically. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go through with explaining the code, and to make it more interactive and to learn by doing, I'll do the same questions in the compiler also, online compiler, so that you'll get idea how this work. Okay, so let's start with the video. Again, I'm telling these are the set of questions. What you need to do, you need to note down all these questions and you need to practice on daily basis all. Okay, so the very first iteration it will take longer time. Once you are done with thoroughly all this set of questions, and every alternate day, then every once a week you have to do. So once you are fixed with all this set of or logic in the Python, then when there will be different questions come in the interview or the coding round, then that will be on top of all this only. Okay, so the basic logic you will be done throughout this set of questions or set of logic which will be in this PDF. Okay, so let's start with the first question. The very first questions is find the second largest number in the given list. So you can see this is the list they've given, and to make it understand fast, there are different way to do this. So when you do with some inbuilt method using like we have different way. Let's say first of all here it's sorted out, and then it printed the last second highest number. We have used the remove over here, then he did. And also we can do with without using any building method. Okay, so we'll solve one by one, because in the interview when you do the answer with the building any building function, they will say like, can you do the answer without using any building method. Okay, so first of all let's do with any building method using sort. So if I do with the n dot sort, it will sort it out. Okay, it will be in place will happen. So if I print n now, if you can see the sorted of this list came. Okay, to get the second highest number, so if I sort it out, the second highest will be this one. So I can index it and I can get it. It will be minus of second index, right? I need to get the second index one. So this is the second index. Okay, so this is one of the way. What else I can do? Okay, the one way. The another way we can use by removing the very first one. So let's say I'm removing. Okay, remove method we have. What we are removing? Max of this n. So if I print what is the max of n, max of n will be nothing but the highest of this list, which is this. Okay, if I remove this, and then it will end up with the next time max of will be this one. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm removing this part basically here. That is what I'm doing here. Once it removed, then I can print what is the max of n after removing of the first rank. Okay, so first it will come this number, in the second it will come this number. Okay, here I removed, so to showcase I shown it. Okay, if you see, this is my second highest number. So this is another way of doing to finding the second highest number. Okay, so when in the interview will ask like without using any building method, okay, or any building method, so you have to do. So that scenario, what we can do, we can use a for each activity. So for that, what I can do, let's say I'm keeping a variable of n as 0. So that means the 0th index I'm taking as the largest number. Okay, and I'll iterate. Okay, what I'll do, for I in range of length of this n, if I is greater than largest, which I, n of I. Okay, n of I is greater than largest. That scenario, make the largest to n of I. what I'm doing, then I'll print the largest. Okay, hope everything correct. See, largest I'm printing wrong. Largest. Okay, see, now what happened, it retrieved over all this item of this list, and for every index, how you are aware of this length, how it work. Okay, I added that point also here, how it work. So if I see, if I iterate over a length of this n, then what will happen if I print I? So length of n is nothing but how many item are there? 4 item is there. Okay, so 4 means it will start with 0 and it will go till 3. Okay, so as it is start with 3, if you see, for range length of L, how it was, length will be given as a number of item in that particular dictionary or list. Okay, here the length is 4. Now range of 4 is, it will go as a 0 to 3. Okay, so the index will be 0 index, 1 index, 2 index and 3 index. Now in the loop it will take those value like this. Okay, so I will be the 0 index. For n of 0 index will be 10, n of 2 index will be 1 index will be 20, n of 2 index will be 30. Okay, that's how it work. So in my case also, if you see, I'm iterating and checking how, which index, if any of the index is greater than this, that every scenario you update that largest with that particular index. Okay, here, so here I'm updating with that index value only. Okay, now once I'm done with the largest, I can check the same again. What I'm doing, if j is, I want a second largest, right? Let's say second largest is again n of 0. If j is second greater than second largest, okay, and j not equal to largest, that scenario, second largest, what j, it should be n of j. Okay, same way here also, n of j, update as a n of j. Now if I print what is second largest, it should come this 334. Okay, if there is no wrong, then it should come where the print is wrong. See, the second largest term 334. Okay, so this is how, without using inbuilt method, we have to solve. Okay, I showed you 3 way of doing this. The first way, using sorting and getting with the slicing, again by removing the max and then getting the max. This is the second way, and the another way is by using loop and finding the second largest. So 3 variation I've shown you, and 3 different way. Also we have another way. Okay, that's way I want to show you again, and that is using, that is same like the max way. So let's say n already we have, right? So let's say we have large number is nothing but max of n, right? And I want to get instead of removing, so here if you see, we use the remove inbuilt method, right? So let's say I don't want to do new n, let's say is nothing but uh, let's say tuple x for x in uh, n, if x not equal to large. Okay, large, whatever it is. So this, what this will give, if I print this much, generator object is given. Okay, it's a object is given. What I want from here, I want the max value. Okay, from here I want the max, and if I print max of this, I mean new n, second largest, which is I given as a new L. This will give the value new n, it is okay, new n. This second value will give, if you see, second largest value. Why it came? Because the largest, if it is not there, make a object without the largest value, then I'm getting the new value. Okay, so this is another way we are getting. I think these are the different way we can get. And yeah, I believe to solve the second largest value from a given list, this many way of doing is pretty enough to get idea. The other way also, removing duplicate, I've given here. And now I think you can follow these things to understand this second largest number. But yeah, I believe this was pretty clear. Now let's move to the another question. So it's with related to the string. So it's telling remove the duplicate string. So if you see, there are multiple string with a repeated character are there. So that's they are looking for the duplicate should get removed. Okay, so I need to I believe I can remove this now. And that thing, let's solve with the these questions where I need to remove the duplicate string. Okay, so what I can do, I can use the for loop. So let's say L is a empty list, and for I in L, uh, if I not in L, then L dot append I. If I print L now, it will give only the, sorry, not L, it should be S, right? S. We are iterating on S. See, it given only the unique one. So we just need to concat this one as a string. Okay, what I can do, I can concat without any space. Join method I can use, and this will get concat. I mean, as a string it will come. So this is the value. So without any duplication it came. Okay. Hope it was clear. So we need to remove by using this particular loop. What I'm doing, basically I'm iterating over is, and I'm appending on this. If it is not there, that means very fast scenario, D will be append here. The second D, it will not satisfy this because first D already it was there. So that's how the appending happen over it. Okay, let's move to the second questions. Second question is telling find the, you calculated the unique one. Now it's telling to find out the occurrence of each character how many times came. So that's how it is asking. Okay, the second question. So the second question is to find out the each occurrence of a character. Okay, what we can do, we can loop for this I mean this S, for I in set of S. Okay, set will basically the unique one only it will iterate. Okay, so here what I need to do, print that I and S dot count of I. If I print this, you can see for every I what is the count, H repeated I time. So this is how it's go. Okay, I want to show as a let's say without any line. Okay, not latest. So now the second question was to find out each character how many time came. So B came for one time. Set it is as a set. Now B came for one time, Q came for 3 times, D came for 2 times. So this all result has come. Okay, the second question also done. With the string we have another questions. So yeah, any other way we can do. So the question will be like, instead of for doing by loop or for each active for for loop, can you do using any dictionary comprehension or list comprehension? So yeah, that also we can do. We can do like, let's say character count dictionary as I comma s dot count of I for I in set of s. Okay, the same thing in the form of a dictionary, in a list comprehension or dictionary comprehension. If you see, same thing, s come for the, where is s over here, s come for the 5 times, so same thing is happened over here. Okay, now next, so if you see, throughout this we are you are solving all this is the second way of doing, by the way. uh, Second way of doing, another way is like they will be asked question like, can you do without, without using any building function, like count you are using, right? So this is counting, basically we are using set over there. So this is how it's doing. So can you do without using any building method? So to do this one, what we can do, we can use for loop over again. So let's say we have s as a string already, so we want the dictionary without using, right? So let's say the empty dictionary we created. Now for I in s, okay, uh, if I not in d, d of I equal to 1, else d of I plus equal to 1. Now if I print d, uh, if I not in d, see, same thing. So dk for 2 times, obviously it will be dk for 2 times, same thing has happened, but without using count or set. Okay, so there will be a scenario where after solving anything using any building method, they will come to ask you, without using any building method can you do? So these are the scenario you have to handle. If I explain how it's happening means, again we are removing the deduplication, only doing, you are checking iterating over s, which is nothing but input string. We are checking before building dictionary, if it is not there then make that value as you want. If already it is there, then that key for that particular key, the value increase to 1, how many time it will come. Okay, the same thing we are doing, I believe. uh, this scenario question is done for that particular string. Also what we have, so the same thing I have written over here, you can check this also. And also this one question is like to find out the string. Okay, there was a scenario, a different word is there, can you find out how many times one particular word has appeared. Okay, if you see what it's doing, it's splitting out, and our word it is iterating, same logic, same thing what I mentioned over here. What you have to do extra, it's just splitting out. Okay, to split it as a space. Okay, then word will be become, instead of one character which we have done over here, it is going with the word level. Okay, now let's move to the another one, to reverse a string. Again, this is to reverse a string. Again, to reverse also, we have different way of doing. So let's say, let's remove all this. I want to remove the string. Okay, so let's say, to do with the simple one using the slicing, what we can do, we can use slicing, nothing but s minus 1. This will just reverse. Okay, now if you see, it got reverse. See, it got reverse. So if you solve this way, then I'll ask like, any other way can you do? So this is one way. Yes, we can do in other way also. Let's say we can use reversed method. So new s, let's suppose reversed of s, and this will give a object. What do we need to do? We need to join it, dot join and s new s. So the second one also will give the same result. Okay, what we did, we reverse, it will give a object, and as if we print, it will give a object of that, and then we are reverse one we are joining. Okay, then they'll ask, okay, you be both the scenario we use the inbuilt one, which is nothing but by slicing and reverse method. Can you do without using any inbuilt function? So that scenario again it comes. So here again you have to solve using any for each, for loop or while loop. Okay, let's say we are here doing let's solve with the while loop. Okay, we'll solve with both for loop and while loop. We have result. Let's say I'm doing while, and I, let's say, is equal to length of s minus 1. Why I'm doing minus 1, I'll tell you. I, if it is uh, greater than or equal to 0, that scenario, result will become result plus uh, s of I. Okay, and I will decrease, by the way. I is equal to I minus 1. Print result. Okay, this should give reverse value. Okay, the another third should come over here. Okay, how it work, I'll tell you. What I'm doing, I'm checking what is the length of s. So whatever the length below that one less number I'm checking. Let's say it came as a 4 4 10, so it will go as a 9. Okay, so what we'll do, it will basically reverse way. If you see 9 it came now, then 9 number index it will check. What is the 9 number index? U came, so U will get attached with the result. If you see, result will be empty plus U, so it became U. Same way, then the 8 number index B will come. B will attach with already U was there here because of this logic, then B will get attached. Okay, same way the entire backward loop is happening over here. Okay, because we are going with the bigger number to till 0. That's why backward loop happening and doing. Same thing we can do with the for loop also. Okay, again, if you do this with while loop, they'll ask for loop, can you solve this? If you do with the for loop, they'll ask for, can you do with while loop also? So while so let's do with the for loop. Again, for loop, what we need to do, we need to loop, I mean go backward direction, right? So what we can do, we have length of s minus 1, right? Then we'll go in backward direction, and step also will be minus 1. Okay, how this flow goes, I think I have added document for that. I'll show you. So result will be result plus s of I. Okay, then what I can do, again I'm printing the result. Where is result? Here is the result. Okay, another one, this one. Okay, this result and this result are different. I'm printing another should come. Same thing happened. How this happening? It is going backward direction. So start, stop, and step always will be +1 by default. So as I need to go backward direction, I'm going with -1. Okay, so start will be, and length of this one -1, let's say it's 10, then -1 will be 9 number till what? Till -1. And which direction it will go? Backward direction. The same loop, how it's happening, this defined, the same thing happening, this thing. Okay, and what else we have mentioned over here? See, here also mentioned start will be 1 8, and step. Okay, stop and step. Now let's say we have another question is each word of a sentence. What do you need to do? We need to reverse. Okay, each word should get reversed. That means the result should be Mali, then Babu, then Shyam. Okay, that's how the result should come. So let me remove all this. So first, let's say new ss will be nothing but ss dot split of ss dot split, which will split on the string. So if I print what is nss now, it will give you as a list of this all items separate. Okay, now what I need to do, I just need to print by concatenate. I concatenate with the space and join of nss. That's all. See, sorry, I need to, the reverse of this I need to solve. Okay, I need to first to reverse it, which is nothing but this way we can reverse. Okay, the same I can put over here. So the result will solve as a reverse one. Okay, another one is each word should get reversed. Okay, so here what I did, only the sentence word got reversed, like Shyam Babu Mali was coming, then here Mali Babu Shyam has come. Now the query is to reverse each word. That means Shyam should get reversed to Mayyshs. Babu will reverse to Bu, and the position of this word will be same. Okay, so that this how we can solve this. We can solve this using any loop. Again, as we splitted NSS here, what we can do now? We can loop over it. For I in NSS, let's say result is empty one we given. Result dot append I of reverse one. I of reverse one. Okay, now if I print join of this one, it should give the result. See, those positions are same, but this got reversed. How it happened? I just iterate with this value, which is nothing but this value. Okay, it is reverse one by the way, but I'm reiterating on this, and while appending, I'm reversing each one. Okay, then I'm concatenating. Got it? And also what different questions come with this, we get like each alternate word should get reversed. Okay, so same thing I've mentioned over here. I'm doing the same range wise I'm doing. Okay, if you see length of ns is there, I'm range where I'm doing. If the I is greater than 2, the position if it is divided by 2, that time you don't append. If it is not divided, then only you append with a reverse value. Okay, if you see, if it is divided by 2, if it's an even one, then don't reverse it. If it is not even, reverse it. Okay, that's how it's doing. Okay, I believe this is clear. No need to do, as the video may be longer. Already it's 26 minutes. So let's to move to the another question. So another question is like to find all the duplicate in the list. Okay, this is also one interesting question. So in the L, what are the duplicate? If you see one repeated one, so it's not the duplicate. Two repeated for the two times, so it's duplicate one. Three for once, four for two times. So 2 and 4 supposed to come. Okay, so how we can do this? Let's say result is empty list, and I can iterate over it. Okay, for I in L, if L dot count of I, if it is greater than 1, that means more than one time it has appeared. That time what you do, append this. What do you append? I you append. Print result. So it's supposed to come 2 and 4. Okay, so 2 came for 2 time and 4 came for the 2 time. Okay, that's why this 2 time has come. Okay, now you can see the set of this, the only 2 and 4 will come. Okay, duplicated. So the call was to find what are the duplicate, and those only come. Okay, that's how the duplicate one came. Now let's say we have another, let's say move to the another question. So question is find the most frequent element in a list. Most frequent. So here which came the most frequent time? If you see 1 came for 1 time, 3 came for 3 times, 2 came for 2 times. So 3 should come because 3 came for the most time. Okay, what I can do, I can solve this with maybe just dictionary comprehension. Okay. So everyone loss, let's say I, comma, let's say L dot count of I as a value for I in L. Okay, so if I print D, all the key and value will come. So 1 came for 1 time, 3 came for 3 times, 2 came for 2 times. Okay, now we need to print the maximum time which value came. So 3 should come, right? So 3 came for 3 times, that should come. So what I can print? I can print max of D. Okay, max of D. If I print, I think I need to use, see, the maximum print has come, this one. I think we have something like key is equal to D dot get, not sure. Yeah, maybe, yeah, to get the key. I think first one came as a value. To get the key, I think this is how we do. Okay. Got it. Okay. So this question also done. Again, you can pause it, you can solve by your own before moving. Okay. Now we have two lists to merge and remove the duplicate, keeping in order. Okay. So we have list one and list two. So these are the question mostly will get any Python coding question round. Okay. I'm telling you. So now here the merged two list they given, we need to merge it out. So what I did here, I iterate in the combination of these two and I'm appending. So if you solve any of this now, how I'm appending, if it is not there, deduplication, same logic only happening here also. If item is not in here, then append it, same thing. That's what I'm telling. If you practice this logic again and again, and if it is in your mind now, if they'll give this kind of question also or only one list also, the logic is more or less same, the way of solving is more or less same. Okay, so that's why you need to, not in one time it will come, we need to practice it again and again, and at a certain time it will be fixed in your mind. Okay, now there are some certain for sure question, like find the palindrome, find the anagram of a list, find the Fibonacci series, find the even number, find the prime number. So this all I think you can get in internet also, but again I will go through one after other what all we usually get. Let's say we have a name called Nitin. I want to find the Nitin is a palindrome or not. What you can do, palindrome is nothing but if you reverse that particular character of a string, if start reversed one and the original one, if they are same, that means the string is a palindrome. Okay, so see, reverse again I showed you by slicing we can do. That's why the reverse is the main point. That's why all the scenario of solving the how to reverse a string, everything I explain over here. So now what you are checking, the original one and the reverse one you are checking, the original and reverse, if both are same, that means it's a palindrome. Okay, this is how we do. Now we have another question called anagram. Anagram is also is something like the character in the string. You can get the example. Okay, here is the listen, here is the silent. If you see character of each word, I mean both the word have same. Okay, although they arrange differently but they are same. So what if I sorted both of them, if I sorted them, because the character is same, I mean distinct of character in that particular word are same. So if I sorted them, both will be same if they are sorted. So that's what, if both are sorted way are same, that means those are anagram. So that's the logic. So if you understand the logic what is anagram, then solving is bit easier. Okay, this method created and they are checking sorted of s1 and sorted of s2, if it is same, that means they both are anagram. Okay, now it is Fibonacci series. Mostly people you know what is Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series is nothing but the incremental way of doing this. So if you see A and B, 0 and 1, so top 10 how much it will be. So what it is doing is printing A and B, 0 and 1. Then A is will be updated with it. The next iteration. If you see A is becoming B and B is becoming A plus B. In the same way, when it updated, again A will become B value and B value will become combination of A and B value. Okay, so it's a simple one. We need to practice, that's all. The logic is a bit simple. And we have the even number. Even number also everybody should know. The range I said explain you in the starting. The range way top 1 to 20 we need to find out. If that particular number is divided by 2, that means it's a even. If it is not, it's not even number. That's all. The prime number, again prime number many time in interview will get, can you solve the prime number? So the interviewer also bit lazy sometimes, it simply asks the repeated question, especially the prime number. Okay, I took out many questions with the prime number. So but again you will find like this question are the very simple, and everybody can do this, but reality is this all only get asked in the interview. That is the reality. Okay, the interviewer also will not go this all these more complex data structure kind of questions, they don't usually don't go until unless you are tracking a heavy product based company. Okay, but more or less question will go around all of this. If you practice this, again I'm telling, if you practice this thoroughly all again and again, it got fixed in your mind now. Whenever some slight different question also will come, for sure you'll able to at least approach it and crack it. The interviewer will come to know, yeah, you are approaching in one direction, you know the syntax, what do you want to do. Okay, that's what important also. So if you see prime number also 1 to 20, 1 to 50 you need to find, means the number the prime number should be it iterating between 1 to 51, and if it is 1, if the number should be more than one, right? So if it is more than one, and within that number, if any of the number is divisible by itself, then that is not a prime number. It should not be divisible. Okay, that's why the logic is this. Okay, now next, sample list. Among these, which all are the prime numbers? See, at the scenario here, this type of question come, by the way, in the range of 1 to 50. How many prime number are there? This is one type of question. Another question is a list I've given. Can you find which all are the prime number? Same, both are same. We need to practice both on them. Okay. Another, we have a number. Okay, we have number. We need to find out sum of all this digit. I mean 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 4 10, and plus 5 is 15. Okay, this 15 should come. So what the logic you want to put here? So what I'm doing, I'm divided percentage. So what will do, I written everything over here. We need to practice this all kind of question again and again. So if you divide by percentage, it will give the last digit. So in that scenario, 5 will come. Okay, this 5 will come again. If I divided by this kind of syntax, it will give, divisible by 10 and remove the last one. So every time what I'm doing, a total ke saath, with total I am just adding 5, then in second iteration I'm adding 4, then I'm adding 3, then I'm adding 2, then I'm adding 1, with which number, with total, which I initiated as 0. Okay, that's how this happened. And sum of digit, Fibonacci series, all these whatever I shown, that all only over here. Yeah, also there will be scenario you will be get asked. I recently got asked question like this, where you have to create a class, you have to create different method. The logic may be different, but you should have the basic knowledge of how to create a class, how to define init method inside it, how to create the self variable over here, how to call those method with variable. If you see, I created the instance of that. I created all, for every instance I'm calling all those method over here. Okay, so all this basic knowledge you should have. Okay, so if you can search in YouTube, you will get a bunch of YouTube videos on classes and method. So it's nothing but oops required, uh, but theoretically don't go much. You should know how the class work inside those method, how it's happened, inheritance, all this basic detail is required, especially for data engineer I'm talking. Okay, next, for good to have knowledge I've added here. And again, this all are something really necessary. If you see, there are few things like map, filter, reduce. Okay, these are the most known kind of theory or knowledge of Python you should have. Because what does map, what is the difference between map and filter? This is also because if the interview job description is Python heavy, then they will definitely ask what is the difference between filter and map. So you should able to know, like I added the if here map will go item by item and do all these methods. So both all map, filter, reduce, they'll take a method and iteratable item. So everyone will take method. If you see, this is also taking method, this is also taking method, this is also taking method, but the work of each method will be different based on this filter, map, or reduce. In map scenario, every item this method will get applied, for 1 also, for 2 also, for 3 also, for 4 also. But for filter, what it will do, it will filter it out, whatever the method satisfy, that those only will come up. Okay, the same way reduce will basically reducing, basically it will sum up. So scenario, you need to get sum up, so sum value will come. So that's how this all three method come. Okay, and combination of with this combination, how it's work. So all this example I added, I must say again and again, you should practice it again and again. Enter the list whatever I'm mentioning here. And we have exception handling scenario count, where here I given try, except, else, finally. How did you handle the exception handling in Python? Can I explain how it's work? So this kind of question we get. So you have to able to mention, like, this is the different four block we have, and they'll ask what each block do. Okay, so try is something where the critical code will run. If exception happen, then this part will handle. If exception don't handle, else will block will come. Okay, until unless exception not happen, then only the else will come. If exception happen, this will get skipped. Finally something, it will execute always. Okay, so this basic idea you should have. Okay, and I have, these are the few. No, again I can show you, this is some for you, a task. Okay, what you can do, This is the original dictionary and this should be the output dictionary. Okay, without looking at here, you should able to solve this to achieve this output. Okay, if you solve above part now, this will be pretty easier. Nothing big thing is there. Okay, it will be bit easier. I'm recommending you can solve by your own first. Again, this is in this recent interview I got, and I separately created video also for this to reverse a what scenario. Again, there is a tab also, there is a space also, this kind of scenario also will come. Okay, to reverse this, I added solution, but you should try without looking at here. Another how to do with let's say we have this is as a text. Okay, this is the text, and we need to find out output as a like this. Okay, where we have the calculate. If you see calci came for 2 times, so 2 time value will come over here, and the remaining part will get repeated. So to do that, we can do using the regex. Okay, we have used the search, we have used the find all. So do I need to know all this and solve this again? Yes, you need to do. And do I need to know each what search do, what match do, what find all do? Yes, you need to do. Because see, match, what it will do, it will match only the beginning of the string. Search will do first occurrence of the particular, anywhere it will be. Find out, it will basically check entire string, wherever it is it will find out. Okay, so every different scenario we use different regex. So basic level you should know, and also you should know what is for digit we do, what is for space you do. Okay, so all this basic idea you should know, so that whenever question like this come, because this is something we need to use or we will be using in the real world. Okay, we have regex patterns on website, there you can practice basically. And the main important part, as a data engineer we'll be getting more question on file handling. So you should able to practice all this very thoroughly, how to syntax, how to read a file. Okay, txt file with the read mode. As I know, if you see with open, I open the file, then I'm read mode, I open, then I save as a f, then I'm reading that. So what will do with r, what will do with w, what will do with a, so all this I mentioned over here. Okay, and also what are the different way we can use by read? Basically it will read all. If you read by read line, it will read only line by single line. If you go with read lines, then it will read all the line into a list. Okay, then you can iterate. How to write a file, those also I mentioned. Okay, see, with open, with the write method, same thing I'm doing over here with writing also. And see, iterating or with json, again this is quite important. Can you, there will be scenario in interview, they will ask like, we have a json, can you open in python, can you read that and you do the normalization or flatten of that. So though we can do with the adf pyspark also, but with python level they'll check for whether you know what is json.load, what is json.dump while writing. So this all basic is, this is really basic for file handling, we should know. And also we have csv file handling, how do we write with new line, I mean it's nothing but a cleaning way of reading. And how we can write it. Okay, so everything is there. And there are some important question I've added over here. If you see, this is repeatedly I got asked in the interview. We have a 10 GB of a text file, write a function line by line reading without loading enter into the memory. So this is the real questions. Minimum for 3-4 time I got this same similar question. They will check like, can you, we can use the generator. Here I add generator yield method, so but by which I am able to do this. Okay, you can go through with all this question. I'm telling you again, we have can you read a file and remove the duplicate and write it? See, I read it, I remove the duplicate, I'm writing it. So same way, a different question I have added over here. You can pause it, we can try to solve by your own. Okay, here the top end record, so everything I'm added. Okay, I strongly recommend to go through with each questions and try to solve it. And again, solving in one go it won't help, you need to solve everything multiple times. Let's say thoroughly, once you solve it and you got the idea, multiple times when you solve, when that will fit in your mind, the logic will automatically in your mind, means whenever some slight changes in the questions will come, those based on top of those logic you will be able to solve. Okay, and I think that's all for today's video, where I believe all these Python coding questions will be definitely help in your upcoming interview. And if you find it helpful, please do appreciate me by using any of your sharing with your friend, or by subscribing or liking. So that will give me kind of motivation to keep some extra hour and collect all the material and compile and create as a video for you guys. Okay, that's all for me today. Thank you.